Hello and welcome everyone to the first cast of our Dorado Gaming Delta team. We're here today on Saturday for the Risen play-ins. We have the matchup today between Dorado Gaming Delta and KAP. I actually don't know the name of this team off the top of my head. Do you know their full name by any chance? Noah?
I don't believe I do, but it's going to be an exciting game for sure. These two teams are looking to play into the Risen Open, trying to secure their spot into the Risen Dominate Pre-Made League. So it should be an exciting game between these two teams. Has the draft started yet? No? Oh,
Yeah,
it
I think
has.
it just froze. That was really weird. But so we do see
Okay.
we have a lot of information coming in right here. We have blue side the bands of Fizz, Ezreal, and Rumble with the first pick Diana, and on red side
Right.
the Ziggs, Lee Sin, and Zhao with the first pick of Gwen, and we're gonna see where they match with the second pick. But some interesting bans coming out on the red side, leaving up the Diana in favor of banning the Lee Sin. Kind of a surprising thing, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the Zen trade is always there if they want to trade the Zen and Diana. That's
Well,
been
they
pretty common.
they
Oh
banned
wait,
the
never
Zin
mind.
and left the
Oh
Diana
wait,
up.
yeah. I just see that now. Yeah. Well, I mean, interesting side, blue side ban is the Fizz. You don't really usually see that.
Nuffy's, at least in my head, isn't known for much of being a Fizz player, but maybe
Yeah.
that will change.
Well, he
Maybe that
plays a
has
lot of off
changed.
meta stuff, So it's just interesting. Maybe just be an annoying pick. So we see Caitlyn being prioritized. Actually, last game Doggy played, they also have played a Caitlyn game there. So it's interesting to see how much of a priority they put on Caitlyn. And in response, they have the Varus coming through, another very, very strong pick in the bot lane. We'll see what that's going to be paired up here
Now,
with.
something that makes me a little bit interested is the Gwen pick happening here because she did receive a nerf on the latest patch. She
Right.
she her auto attack speed for level 1 on her E is not as high as it was before, which makes her much less viable in the jungle. So I wonder if that's a potential just pick for the top laner Zol, or if they're going to still try and flex that around to maybe Emperor Goat as well.
Right. And do you know by chance, like with that nerf, does it really change your viability in the jungle, or is it more of like a solo lane pick now, or is it still viable in both lanes? Would you say?
So in my opinion, they nerfed the attack speed at level 1 on her E from 40% to 20%.
Yeah, it's pretty significant.
Which for jungle clearing makes it a lot more difficult to have the strong early clears, the strong dueling potential. It kind of takes away a bit from her early level 1 cheese, but
Right.
she's still a very strong pick. I think the damage numbers weren't touched at all, just
Right.
purely that attack speed number. But
For
moving
sure.
into second phase, we do see the Cinder Band coming out against the side of, I don't know, KAP, Cap, I don't know.
It's just like cat.
Does anyone in chat know the name of their full team, just so we can actually say it instead of saying Cap? That'd be very helpful. But yeah, so some safe and stable mid picks getting banned out. Potentially looking to set up a R5 mid counter pick. Oh, it's the Cappuccinos. Thank you so much. So yeah, the
It's actually a pretty
Cappuccinos.
funny name.
I out here sounding like Light Blue 3 today, but it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, and the Cappuccinos are gonna be rounding out bands with a Malphite band and the Insta Lock set.
That pick.
That
Very
should
spicy here.
I feel like that should signify that the Gwen is going jungle.
I mean, it's interesting, right? Red Side has a lot of complexity in their draft. They have a lot of flex picks. The set and the Gwen, like the set can go mid, the set can go top, and there's even some games where set can go jungle, although it's pretty unlikely. So I mean, they have a lot of flexibility here between set going mid to top, Gwen going top jungle, maybe even mid. So still pretty complex. We'll see how Cap responds. The
Um,
Teemo
the
pick.
Teemo pick?
Wow.
That wasn't a zero
Very,
second pick, was it?
very, very impressive here. Yeah, we need to get
Was that a
confirmation. According to Kid Corey in the chat, he's apparently eating a green pepper right now, so that may
that may in fact mean that it is a
that
Teemo pick, and the Teemo getting countered by the giant dinosaur. Honestly, my favorite matchup because
oh yeah, so
it's so easy because Cho'Gath can just play at range, he can heal off the Teemo poke, and is able at
yeah,
level 6 to always
yeah,
just one shot the Teemo regardless of what build he goes, whether it's tank or whether it's AP.
of course, and we have to remember our top laner Zoel is very well known for his tank gameplay because of his inability to play carry champions. So obviously we can expect a sort of Cho'Gath like pick coming through here. So Cho'Gath versus Teemo is going to be an interesting top matchup, and I'd assume that'd be a set mid versus the Orianna.
It
That's
does
also
appear
going to
to
be
be a
quite
set
surprising.
mid.
It's
But
also
something that I'm curious about is when I look at the draft for Dorado Gaming Delta, I don't really see much early game prowess. I see a lot of scaling in the Gwen and the Caitlyn and the Cho'Gath, and the set is. I don't think he is the. I don't think he or the Gwen are going to be the early game like strength that you need to get through, because Caitlyn thrives in being able to set up and just break down a tower early and get all the plating off.
for sure. Right, there's actually a lot of complex points that we can talk about in the draft, right? And the side of Cappuccinos, you see that there's three AP picks coming through with the Teemo, the Oriana, and the Diana, and even Varus has a sort of AP scaling to his kit. So obviously, have building MR will be very well itemized here for the side of Dog D, and on the other side, right, like you said, the scaling is there for Dog D, but I actually point to disagree. I feel like Caitlyn is a very dominant laner. Set also has opportunities to set up ganks, and it's gonna be interesting for sure. But I wouldn't say that Cat Pachuno's early game overpowers Dog D just from like the broad view. It just seems like a really heavy skirmishing two teams going at it. So
Well,
be interesting.
it's always going to be entertaining when you have a triple melee topside.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure,
and
for sure.
I am being informed apparently that Big Dong Willie, the top laner for the Cappuccinos, that sentence just sounds stupid in my head to say out loud, is in fact a team of one trick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is an important thing to note. But however, we have to also consider the source, as you know, the kid, and we know that sometimes he's not the most reliable because of his alcohol addiction. But anyway, we're gonna go get along with this draft as it's going through. What do you think of both drafts so far, Septi?
I think I really much so prefer the red side draft. I am a player who really likes to play standard. I appreciate the ability to play whatever style really that you want. You can play for objectives. You can play to siege down towers. You can split push on the side of Dog D as well. Um, but I'm just thinking about win cons here. I mean, and blue side as well. They have the ability to poke out and engage with big wombo combos with the Nautilus R, the Diana R, as well as Varus following up with the the corrupting chains and the Oriana Shockwave. Timo, I don't really
Right.
know how he fits in quite yet. Potentially just being able to wave clear later on, but um, the team fight capability of the Cappuccinos is really going to be strong, and I think will be their main mode of creating space for themselves later on, creating team fight wins. But just moving on to potential win conditions for the side of Cappuccinos and this Timo pick here. Let me just say real quick. I think I feel really lucky because in the first, two major casts that I've done, I got to cast a Zed jungle game, which was on Friday, and now I get to cast a Timo top game. These are not the usual things that you see.
I mean, for yeah, obviously it's entertaining for us, but for the teams itself, it just feels a little overwhelming to pick Timo this early on. I mean, we don't know what their intentions of the pick is, but they're heavily loaded on AP, like I said earlier, and it just feels a little solo queue-esque. I mean, I feel like their win cons would have to come through lane performance. They would have to get really huge leads in lane, a couple of solo kills here and there, but like it's just a bit of an awkward composition there for the blue side, while red team has a bit of a standard composition here with the tank top. Not really a mage mid, but like more of a skirmishing skit set with a Glen jungle, so it just feels like red side has a more complete composition, but you never know. Blue team could have like a crazy Teemo one trick that just tops off and kills our friend Zoel in the top a bunch
But
of times.
but
So
then to counter this, what does the Cappuccinos have to do to set themselves up to win this game?
solo kill after solo kill. You need the lanes to be performing. You need to be able to enable this Diana to come in and be really, really strong. I feel like the Diana is where most of their strength is going to come through. Obviously, one of the more meta-oriented jungles right now, really, really strong. Hopefully, getting a nerf next patch. I really hope so. But
One hopes, one
really
would hope.
enable
Even as a jungle, I hope it's nerfed.
yeah, really, really accelerate this Diana because the Diana Varus combination is actually quite disgusting. The Varus chain into the Diana R is quite quite powerful. So, Accelerate the Diana is what I would say the lead for Cappuccinos is. While Red Team can really just play it standard. They don't really have to do anything special. If they just go even, their composition seems like they would outscale more, like you mentioned earlier, and they just have a better team comp overall. So, um,
But yeah, with that said, we're about to get into game. But before that happens, I do want to get your prediction. I think mine is going to be for red side. I think their comp is much more standard. I think they're going to be able to play the game however they like to do it. Really get to dominate the map and move around however they want with this Caitlyn Thresh lane.
right. I think, although I feel like you're wrong most of the time, Septi, I think you actually hit the nail on the coffin here, and I do believe the red side do have a bit of a draft advantage, so I will also be siding with the red team, but hopefully this game could be interesting. I mean, regardless what happens, if Stomp or not, the Teemo was selected, so we're gonna have fun watching this.
It'll
Someone's gonna
be
get
it'll be a
some
fun one. It'll
yeah,
be a
someone's
fun
gonna
one.
get blinded and not be able to auto attack, and while they suffer, we're just able to watch back and laugh. So it's gonna be a good one.
But yeah, with that said, we're gonna head into a little bit of a break here. Just a reminder: this is a best of one series between the Cappuccinos and Dorado Gaming Delta. We will be right back after a quick water break for the start of the game.
Is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. In number, fueled by thunder, sea.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back as we get into game number one of the best of one between the Cappuccinos and Dorado Gaming Delta. Real quick, just want to thank our sponsors, CFO Efron, for making sure Dorado Gaming is able to eat and feed one of our members, Rogue's children's. But as we can see, we see a full 5 stack here in this bottom lane Bish, anticipating an invade from Dorado Gaming Delta, but we see a standard 5 point coming out from Dorado Gaming Delta, just playing it safe, covering
Let
all
me
the invade points. So
more important than that, I do want to talk about these summoner spells we have here because holy moly, there is some crazy stuff happening.
Oh, for sure.
I'm seeing an exhaust on the Gwen. I'm seeing Ghost TP on Shet. It looks like someone thought he was playing Vladimir this game. I really don't know. But,
Okay. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of spicy ones. Like you mentioned, the exhaust on Gwen. Interesting for sure. Then you got the go no flash on Set. No cleanse on Caitlyn. This is just going to be a spicy game. Also, in case you haven't noticed, that Teemo indeed does have a press the attack. So that is also going to be pretty interesting. I personally have never seen one. If I see that in solo queue, I'll probably dodge. But I mean, we'll see how this works. Maybe he can prove me wrong here as we get into the game. Gwen taking the blue, Dinah starting red. This may be a clash at 315 for this top scuttle here as they both clear towards the top side.
But now something interesting to note as well is that Diana has opted into the 5 camp clear instead of the full camp clear, because that just means she'll be on the map first and will be able to potentially make a play before this first crab spawn. As we do see a small skirmish starting in the bot side with the hook landing from the Thresh and the Nautilus. Q coming out from the Caitlyn and a big chunk onto New North from the side of Dorado Gaming.
That was a lovely trade here. So on the side of blue side, as a bot lane specialist like I am, Lethality Varus actually only kicks in once you get that serrated Dirk, and it's quite hard to lane against Caitlyn just because of her prowess and her ability to hit level 2 first, and that's exactly what we saw. Red team hitting that level 2 spike and being able to punish. So it's just really interesting. Oh, back again to the bot lane, a hook landing from the Nautilus, landing the hook. Another spicy trade here.
But yeah, with that said, we did see a roam come out from Nuffies on the top side, getting that ghost trade for the flash on the Teemo.
Oh.
And now that means
already
that this is already a bloodbath. It is a fist fight.
My lord.
But we see now the Emperor Goat is as a fight breaks out
another
in the
hook
bot lane
bot
after
lane.
the hook comes in. The Nautilus going in. The Caitlyn walking out, trying to get out as both ignites are used. The Thresh trying to auto down the Nautilus. I don't know why direct to camera is going towards top lane as the fight in bot side subsides, leaving Nautilus at 1 HP. But equal damage looks like being split amongst the Dorado Gaming Delta bot laners.
That was extremely spicy. I'm not sure if the Caitlyn would be able to kill the Nautilus there or not. Like, I just saw her walking back and not autoing, which I found really interesting, because maybe if she just threw a couple more autos on that Nautilus, it may actually resulted in the kill, but...
Dinah looking on the no flash Set.
Oh.
I wonder if they'll go for this. Set taking a huge chunk of damage, but we'll just look to probably recall and come back with his TP.
Very good trade there. And we could see that the scuttles have been swapped. The Gwen took the bot side. Oh, another skirmish here.
Another skirmish fighting. Dinah finding the Gwen here. Gwen looking to fight a 1v2. And the Lancha coming out with nothing. The flash comes out from the Nautilus and the hook onto the Caitlyn. The root landing and the Nautilus going in. A first blood towards the side of the Cappuccinos. Really well played by New North, honestly.
Very, very well played. A little unfortunate that it went over to the Nautilus and not the Varus, but overall just a very nice play there with the flash and the hitting the Dread line. Like, everything went really well there for them. Oh, Nuffy's in another skirmish here with the mid lane, fighting the Orion here, just punching him to death. Looks like the skirmish will end there. Just takes a turret out in the end there for BM.
But down on the bot side, it seemed as though, you know, Alex Carino is just disrespecting the bot lane as his Thresh is going up to help the Gwen.
Yeah, that's really interesting actually. That he kind of greeted to get the wave in, and that kind of he got punched right when that happened. So a little unfortunate for the side of Dog D, but a really good punish on the side of the Cappuccinos there.
I mean, after that play, the gold lead is starting to expand a little bit for the side of the Cappuccinos with almost a 600 gold lead. Seeing the Nautilus hovering around the mid lane here, looking for a potential gank or clearing on these wards here. Now, I really want to see Emperor Goat putting more pressure on this bot side because he has a Caitlyn Thresh lead. He has a Caitlyn Thresh lane, and Caitlyn thrives in breaking towers, and especially considering now with bot lane towers not having the pre 5-minute armor, this tower could have been so much more chunked based off of the early trades if I think the pathing had been a little bit better.
Oh yeah, for sure. And ooh, it looks like another skirmish coming in here. Dyna's coming in here.
Nautilus landing the hook as Aftershocks his trade, and the flash out from the Thresh to secure his safety. But yeah, no, good looks from, I mean, I don't want to say it, but good looks from my ass. You know? That's
you said it, not me. That's all I'm gonna say. But I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously it was a nice look there. Blew the Thresh flash, and oh my
and then
lord,
Nautilus with the Hex Flash into the hook. The Thresh is just dead. What are you gonna do? Oh my goodness.
My lord, this time it goes over to Kid Corey. He's getting fed now. He's starting to pick up a bit of a gold lead there in the bot lane. But it is definitely a bloodbath down here, Septi.
This Nautilus is going crazy in this game. As you know, Zol is just taking a beating in this top set from the Teemo, which as we expect, but you know, trading earlier just now on our screen we saw that the Teemo trading Ignite for Flash on the Cho'Gath, which is not a worth trade at all. As the Gwen goes in, level 5, the exhaust landing onto the Teemo. Gwen going in with the snip, trying to find the kill onto Big Dong Willie. Goes in with the E, does not find the kill with the snips.
Oh, very close there. Obviously, Teemo not having Flash there, that was perfect.
We're right back into the action as Thresh lands the hook onto the Nautilus going in. No Flash on the Nautilus quite yet, but he Spider-Man's his way out as Caitlyn lands the kill and secures it.
Very impressive there. Nice Flash Q there by Caitlyn coming in, just swooping up that kill, maybe evening out the gold there in the bot lane. And we see that serrated Dirk coming in for the Varus. This is when that Q damage is really it's gonna start stinging a little bit when it hits.
But similarly, the Caitlyn is, you know, just permanently pushing this wave in. I really want to see this Gwen go for this first dragon with the prio that she has. It's
for sure, yeah. That is
you
definitely
have to start snowballing this game, or trying to push her, or trying to push for a lead or something.
That'd be convenient, obviously. Varus hitting that Dirk now makes it a bit harder because his poke's gonna hit a little harder. But Caitlyn's itemizing towards that shield bow like she did last game as well. So the poke isn't gonna sting as harder, but I just find it a little interesting. I haven't really seen shield bow being built that much on Caitlyn. It's mostly just been Gale Force, but the positives of it is that she won't get poked out that hard.
That's true. I mean, just looking around at the map state, I mean, one good thing for Dorado Gaming Delta is that the gold lead for the Cappuccinos is only about that 1 kill difference. So as the ult comes in from the Orianna for just a big chunk onto Nuffy's, who again has no flash because of his rune choices this game. But no significant CS leads, you know, coming out anywhere. I guess the closest one to being, you know, of note would be this jungle lead of about 9 CS, but that's only 2 camps. And, you know, other than that, there has not been any, you know, massive trading onto waves or onto towers yet for gold advantages.
Right. For sure. And now we see Gwen starting up that Infernal Dragon, a very nice first dragon to take. Get that increased 4% damage.
But the set is staying in lane.
Oh no.
And it looks like Dorado Gaming Delta's wave is they're just gonna get collapsed on as the Diana ulti's in and the Chain of Corruption's landing onto 2. The Gwen trying to get back whatever damage she can as the dragon does go to the side of Dorado Gaming Delta. Emperor Go trying to find whatever kills he can as Zola is getting taken down by the Varus. Flash Road from the Varus and the set E's back. The Gwen looking for whatever she can get. Oh, she gets taken down by the Varus and the set now trying his hardest to get a trade back. Nuffy's taking one with him and it will look like he's able to walk out at the end of this.
Yeah, so there's a couple things to note there. I felt like the target focus there from Dorado Gaming Delta was super split. You saw Emperor Goat focus about 3 different targets in that entire fight. First, he went from the Diana to the Varus to the Nautilus. Like, he was everywhere there. And also, it's interesting to note that the Teemo was just up there farming the entire time because
that was a 5v4.
He took Ignite, and Zol had to TP down. So Teemo is able to pick up a huge CS lead and able to take down 3 plates here. That's gonna be
just to look at the gold lead real quick. That's now bloomed into a 600 gold lead for this Teemo after being able to take down almost 3 full plates and has a 20 CS lead on the Cho'Gath. Those 2 assists don't matter. The Teemo is just gonna have more items, more gold, and is gonna be able to looking to accelerate this and just poke you out even more.
Yeah. I'm not a big Teemo fanatic. I have never seen Berserker Greaves on Teemo. Have you? Or
I think
I would
it's
expect Sorcerer.
So I think what this means is that the Teemo is going to be looking to go for a more bruisery on-hit build as opposed to the burn build that we see as a fight going on in the bot lane. The Orianna finding a massive Roman ulti onto 2. The Nautilus landing the rune to the Thresh, and it's just a formality. A double kill for the for the Varus.
Just really well played here from the Cappuccinos. They're able to take advantage of their priority in their lanes and make plays around this bot lane where they've had the most success. And they're doing it again. They're doing it in the
skirmish happening in mid with Diana and the ulti, and the Orianna trying to pick up whatever she can. But Gwen comes in looking for a save. The flash coming after Diana, picking up the kill into the set. Gwen looking with the needles to try and pick up another kill. Looking forward, trying to greet a kill onto the Orianna instead of just finishing the Diana in front of him. Thresh looking for a knockup onto the Orianna. Flash coming out from Tuscan as Emperor Goat gets taken down by the Orianna ball. Oh, what a disaster.
This game is a bloodbath. If you look at the kill score, it is at 14. We are only 11 minutes into the game. We are way past the kill per minute mark. In fact, we're probably at 1.2, 1.3 kills per minute. This is a very, very bloody game. It is extremely entertaining to watch, but we do see that the Cappuccinos are able to capitalize and pick up this huge gold lead. It's about to be 3K now, and only 11 minutes into the game.
Wait,
as we see them.
Wait, hold on. What time are you at? Because it's
Wait,
already a
what
4K gold lead. It's 21 to
my.
17. It's a 4K gold
are
lead.
right.
As
Yeah,
the
I
Teemo
just
is
cannot-
trying to run out. The flash coming out from the Cho'Gath. He wants to eat that little Yordle. As Big Dung Willie is just trying to kite out as much as he can. He's going to try and take the dinosaur with him as best he can. As he gets the auto, Enso goes down as well with him. Oh, that has to be a tilter. That has to be a tilter.
Dude, the trade between the ignite and the poison is just too much of that ever ticking damage, just able to take down Zoel there. As we see the Herald being dropped in the bot lane.
Herald being dropped in the bot lane does mean that there is a potential threat onto this turret, but with the 3v3 being around, not much should happen other than the initial charge, because, well, rather, the turret is dropped. I didn't see the health of it. Gwen being able to secure that Gromp before the blue side is able to walk in and threaten the jungle at all.
I mean, obviously
we see pings coming onto the blue side jungle. Asset is potentially looking for a flank onto the opposite side, but nothing will come of it as Orianna just pokes him out and walks away.
I mean, it's pretty important, right? First turret gives a really nice chunk of change to the side of the Cappuccinos, and they're going to be really happy with that. Even now, taking control of the enemy's blue side jungle here, having a bunch of vision, as you see the vision line for the Cappuccinos, just a bunch of wards in the blue side jungle here. They have complete control over this area, and there's nothing. Oh, as we see another fight coming in. It's coming in.
Ooh. Kayla getting one shot as the Varus just picking up more and more kills. This bot lane is really working the Dorado Gaming Delta bot lane to the end of all efforts. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but they're destroying them. It's I don't want to say bot gap, but that's what it's looking like.
I mean, in the midst of your English collapse, I think I'm starting to get what you're trying to say here. Like it is indeed looking a little rough for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta, and this is not what you want to see, because Caitlyn's about to reach the weakest point of the stage where she plays, because her mid game is extremely weak. Oh,
as
they start attack from the forest. The set taking the shutdown over there. Oh, as we see a scuffle on the top lane, we can't talk about anything. There's just a bunch of fights going.
There's permanent fighting. Azul's just gonna get taken down again by the Teemo.
My gosh, as we see, the Teemo has a huge gold lead still coming on. He's exponentially growing it as this top lane turret might fall down, but the side of Dorado Gaming Delta, they're at least responding. They want the air drake in response. They'll have a 2-dragon lead. This is going to be a really tough hurdle for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta, already being down 5k gold in less than 15 minutes. It's just a big struggle, and as I was mentioning before, hopefully I don't get interrupted by yet another fight. This Caitlyn is going to have a really big hump to get over. Caitlyn obviously has a really, really weak mid game, and we're about to reach that mid game point, and she has to get through
the so-called Caitlyn void, as it were.
Yes, as it's known as, but
yeah, no. Talking about that dragon, I mean, it's really nice to have 2 dragons on the side of Dorado Gaming Delta, but At best, it gives you another 5 minutes before an impending soul. Also, I'm sorry for that. My mouse slid across. But that 5 minutes could be the difference between having to fight being forced to fight a soul, on an incomplete item, or being able to potentially scale up and match. As the hook lands onto the Varus, a massive flash out.
Was inside. Oh, could it come? Okay. We see them disengaging now. Oh, the
massive Orianna Charlotte runs to Fortis. The Diana matches with the E and the ulti. Oh, and the kills are just coming out from the side of the Cappuccino.
He's trying his best here.
He's trying his best. Caitlyn flashes forward to try and get the kills back.
Oh,
being able to take one with her.
Turkin.
Oh, the hook lands out to the Nautilus, but the Caitlyn taking down 2 as the Orianna herself does get a triple. And again, this Teemo is just playing. He's just playing the game, but he doesn't have no flashes on either of them. But Teemo does have the speed up and the ignite.
That comes through. Oh, the E comes.
Oh, but the E from the Caitlyn should just allow her to walk away.
Now,
I don't know if Big Dung Willie will be able to chase this. He sees the trap get placed down. This seems like a really wasted effort from the Teemo.
Yeah, and I mean overall that's really good for Dorado Gaming Delta. When you're super far behind, when you go even in any trade, I believe that was 4 for 4. It goes favor to the losing team. They got a bunch of shutdowns there coming through. The Caitlyn obviously getting a bunch of kills there, catching up in gold and experience towards that Varus. That's going to be really nice. The set doing also a lot of work there, getting a couple of shutdowns here and there. But oh my goodness, we have to keep an eye on for this Tuscan's Oriana R's. Because he got a 4-man Oriana ulti there, and that was just disgusting. I thought the fight would have been over then and there, but we got to give props to Dorado Gaming Delta for hanging on there and taking full down with them.
Really well played, getting some kills back. Now, I'm no ADC main, but seeing shield bow into armor pen item does not really seem like the build this game.
It's definitely is not the build. I am not a fan, but hey, Alex Carino could teach me something if this goes out well. But it's just not standard. I just think, my personal opinion as an ADC main, I like Gale Force into a Zeal item like a rapid fire cannon or even Storm Razor, something that sort. I just feel like is stronger for Caitlyn. But
now moving into a discussion of the map, because there is a 5k gold lead on the side of the Cappuccinos, and Dorado Gaming Delta is going to have to do some pretty fancy map moves to be able to close this gap and look for potential plays to get themselves back into this game. Starting off very nicely with this free turret onto the bot side. The Caitlyn traps on this mid turret, making it very difficult to siege. But the overload coming as 4 on this mid tower will just mean that it's going to go down with no contest.
Right, and they could even threaten getting an in here. Set has no reluctancy to back here as he's just pounding away at that bot turret. It seems like there's going to be 4 mid here looking. Misses, but that's okay though, because they're still going to get this in turret. The hook lands onto the Caitlyn as we see the damage is getting overflowed on them. The kid is going to go down here to the flash hook, and oh my goodness, another Oriana. Oh my god.
This might just be game right here. They have Herald as well. This could be it, as we see the recalls coming out from the set and the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath 1 HP though, and will not be able to join right away.
Oh my goodness, they're going for the end. Except I don't know how you do this, by the way, my friend. There's too much going on.
Honestly,
ult's going into the nothing.
Ult's going in, Cho'Gath flashes in with 0 HP. Set looking for the ulti onto 3, finding only 1. Gets the proc of the Sterix Gauge, trying to find as much damage as he can. And stalling time for his teammates to come back up.
That Oriana damage, as we see
great hold.
That Mountain Dragon coming through. That was a really nice hold there. I don't think it changes the fact that huge gold lead is just increasing over and over. Every 2 minutes we see it going up 1,000 gold. It was 4,000, then 5,000, and now it's 6,000 gold. It's just slowly increasing. Kid Corey getting that blue buff now going out. We see the Gorm chasing them here. But, oh my lord.
I think this results in a free Mountain Dragon.
Yeah, it does. Dinah is not alive.
Somehow Dorado Gaming Delta is on sole point despite being down 7,000 gold in this game. As the Thresh Hook lands onto the Oriana, takes it over the wall, throws the lantern onto the Gwen. The Gwen trying to get as much damage onto the Oriana as possible. Shockwave onto 1 as the Nautilus sends the hook as well. Now, why are you going before the dragon is even finished? Just take the free objective. No steal quite over yet. But the Nautilus hook lands onto the Caitlyn. What a great hook! As she's just trying she's trying so desperately to kite back and get as much damage as she can down. But it's not going to happen, as Nuffus is now just left to try and cut the wave before they can end it.
10-minute, 10,000 gold lead at 20 minutes in the game. The Cappuccinos are looking to end the game here shortly. I mean, it's just a bloodbath here. 38 kills at 20 minutes. That's almost at a 2 kill per minute pace. Like, I don't think I've ever seen such a bloody game, and I've seen LPL games before, and I've also seen Hoshi's solo queue games before.
All right, well, no need for the flame, we run a nice professional stream here. But no, with that said, I'm glad because I meant to talk about it earlier, but got interrupted by the 10,000 fights we've seen this game. The team-up build was actually exactly as I predicted, with the on-hit build being the on-hit bruisery tank build. Never mind, we don't have time to even talk about it, because blue side is going to be starting off the Baron, and I wonder if Dorado Gaming Delta even knows, because Teemo was on the bot side with no TP, so if they went onto this Baron, it could be a 5v4. But as we see Goat looking for a steal, potentially going in. Oh, with the E over the wall, but the secure from the Diana takes it as Goat is just going to go down to the side of the Cappuccinos for free.
Yeah, this is just a slaughter, as the Cappuccinos are looking to end the game here at 21 minutes.
Now, I don't know if they can end the game, to be honest. But they're certainly going to try. Timo just looking to push that wave in bot side and potentially buff up the wave and take a second inhib. But actually, no, they're definitely looking for this end as the way they're posturing here. The Nautilus hook lands onto the Thresh, is set ults in, tries to stun onto 3, looking for as much damage as he can as the Orianna dives on the backside for almost no trade. Doesn't even use the ulti as the Diana as well is going in. What is happening? The Cappuccinos are just giving gold back. Oh no, and as Zol goes back in and just decides he just wants to die as well. Oh my goodness, the hook landing onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn just getting destroyed by the Varus, Timo, and Nautilus. What? Such a bloodbath.
An MVP to this game, I have to give my props to Mr. New North here. He has consistently hit every single judge line possible, and it's just extremely impressive. Maybe I can ask him to do it after this. That's just what a nice performance he's had. But oh wow.
Now,
the Dorado Gaming Delta is hanging
but
on.
Zed is looking for the stun onto New North, finds it onto the Timo instead, but the TP coming in from the Orianna. This could just be game right here for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta, because they're just gonna look to walk in and just knock these turrets down. Orianna still has ulti and is looking to hold her ball in place. Flash forward from the Caitlyn again. As the fighting ensues, Zol just going down, getting shredded. Caitlyn trying to find whatever damage. The Zed ulti coming back in again, finding the kill onto the Orianna. What? As the Timo is going to try to potentially have his hype moment of the game, but it's taken down by the Caitlyn.
Nuffy's coming in and really changing the tide of the game there.
How many fights have we seen Nuffy's just come flying into with his ulti?
Yeah, it's
every single one. Every single one.
You see, because the Sonic Cappuccinos was quite greedy there. They had the Baron, and they could have went for 2 or 3 inhibs there. Instead, they try and force the end, and they may pay for it, to be honest, because now that it's the side of Dorado Gaming Delta, they have the 3 dragons. You have to keep that in mind. They can stall a lot of time for the soul and just keep farming. Maybe get to this Caitlyn to a... I mean, we see Caitlyn have 3 items now. Like, once she finishes boots, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Now, I'm a little bit surprised that it's taken 23 minutes for her to try and finish boots, because I feel like spacing in this game would be super important.
For sure, I think boots is definitely an important item. Again, Carino may teach me something after this. He may not, but I personally don't agree with this build. But we'll just see how it plays out as they get control over the Dragon Pit for this Mountain Soul fight. And if Dorado Gaming Delta can get the Soul, that is going to be a huge help towards their defense.
But just think about it. Dorado Gaming Delta is staring down the barrel of a 10,000 gold deficit. As the Zol flashes forward and whiffs the Q, trying to find a silence onto as many as she can. Diana finding a 3-man ulti and 3-man shockwave. Oh, the health bars of Dorado Gaming Delta are just getting shredded too, but as Alex Carino is going forward with as many autos as she can, Orianna picking up a kill onto the Thresh, so trade of support so far, as Varus is trying to find as much poke damage back. But Cho'Gath is TPing back, which turned this into a 2v2 in front of the Dragon. Oh, Orianna is potentially going down to this Caitlyn here, as Kid Corey does block the ultimate. But Caitlyn just getting as much damage down as possible. What? The throws! The massive throws, the biggest throws I've ever seen. That'll be just a mountain soul for Dorado Gaming Delta.
This is a slaughter, and if we have not said that 15 times before this, I cannot believe. Oh, and as we Timo's scrambling with the set and the Gwen there, but Caitlyn's gonna finish off this Mountain Dragon. Oh my goodness.
Now, I have to ask the question, because I've been watching this whole game the whole time, and while I know that there is a Timo, and while I know he was a terror in the top lane against Zol, I have not seen much happening in the way of teamfight presence.
He has not. He's been splitting like all game, and we can see that because he has a 2-level lead on this Cho'Gath opponent. But I mean, the Caitlyn has not.
But the Timo flank coming in, the exhaust coming down from the Gwen, as Gwen is looking to pop the ultimate just to get out. A 2-man ulti from the Diana as Nautilus Dredge line also goes down. Set ulting back in, finds a stun on 2-3, trying to get as much damage down with a W potentially up. It is not, as it will be a 2-0 for the side of the Cappuccinos. I mean, I guess we talk about the Timo, and the first thing he does is try and look for a massive flank. He said, I heard you guys talking shit. I'm a team fighter too.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of qualms about the Timo before he came into the game, but he's honestly exceeded my expectations. He's gotten his lead in Soul. He's almost flame horizoning Zoel here.
Just
And
3 more
he's-
minions. This wave that he's going to collect right here. And he's done it. Flame
Yes.
Horizon. Also, I'll note, the only player above 200 CS at 26 minutes. But, I mean, that's just more a testament to how much fighting has happened this game than people's CSing prowess.
For sure.
But, I mean, I'm excited because this gold lead is still around 10,000. It's gone back down a little bit. You know, Dorado Gaming Delta with the Mountain Soul definitely putting themselves in a position to potentially win this game because, you know,
Right.
as we said before the game started, their team fighting and standard ability to play the game is, you know, much higher than the side of the Cappuccinos. So any team fight that, you know, could happen would potentially be in the favor of Dorado Gaming Delta. But yeah, this Baron setup coming out as the Cappuccinos are just walking into Dorado's jungle, setting up as much vision as they can. They will have the priority permanently on the mid wave with these supers coming in, but Varus just looking to land the poke all over the wall, as well as these Teemo shrooms that are going to have to get cleared out. Kaylin taking away the red.
Personally, I think that red team should just give away the Baron here, play for that Bloodthirster that Caitlyn is building, I believe, and just get that 5-item spike there. And I still don't like the fact
I
that
was
she
going to say,
hasn't
I think it
finished-
might be Stormrazor.
Oh, it's the Stormrazor? Okay.
As Baron goes over uncontested for the side of the Cappuccinos. You know, an interesting choice from the side of Dorado Gaming because that's a lot of gold and XP going over. You know, they had brought the gold lead down and now it's right back to where it was before.
Yeah, I mean, that is true, but, like, this game's going to come down to the Elder fight, and I think they need to make sure that their carries have, 3 to 4 items, you know? So,
I
it
feel
goes
like-
both ways.
I feel like this game might get decided on the fight right here for this turret.
Possibly. That is.
I don't think we'll make it to Elder.
I mean, that's what we said earlier, but, like, this game's still going on. 28 minutes. I thought this game would have been over by now, but it's still going on. Dorado Gaming Delta lives for another minute. As
But
we
that,
see.
but yeah, it has to be a testament to the fact that Dorado Gaming Delta has been able to, you know, stave off the advances of the side of hook missing.
Something spicy here. They're gonna try and take down this turret here. Oh goodness. We may see a scramble out here. Oh,
Wait,
the
Nautilus
Nautilus
is potentially caught out, being knocked up by the Cho'Gath. Is going in, gonna just get destroyed and devoured by the set. As the set goes in, landing a stun onto no one.
I mean, Set
Finding
doesn't have
just the
the
W trade. Yeah, he didn't have E up.
Yeah. But,
You know,
yeah,
it's been a buffer. You know, whatever.
Can someone tell this Caitlyn to build Berserker Greaves, please?
It's triggering me a little bit.
I can't go another minute with seeing her having those.
We're just tier 2s. Fucking buy Merc Treads. I'd be fine with that.
800 gold, man.
800
You can do
gold.
it.
Exactly.
Okay.
But no, talking about builds though, something that I noted just in my head just now is the fact that, well, 2 things. One, that the Orianna has a 16 stack Medjai's, which is gonna be putting out a lot of damage. But also that the Gwen has decided to go for a Nashor's Tooth this game, as opposed, and is also gonna be going for wait, I said Nashor's? I meant Wit's End. And is also gonna be going for a Nashor's Tooth as well, is what it looks like.
She's not finishing the build. She
mean-
likes to buy a crit cloak instead.
Oh my goodness.
That's
I mean,
gonna-
you know,
it's
I mean, I hope that she just had 600 gold when she backed before. And, you know, now she's going to try and find the 800, hopefully. And please don't just buy a Zeal when you recall. I'm hoping.
It's okay. As we see, this game's gonna come down to an Elder fight. Elixirs, go ahead and buy them out, because this is gonna be spicy. I don't like the fact that Dorado Gaming Delta is giving this much space. Obviously, they have no vision, but Teemo shrooms are gonna burn, and Teemo and Varus, they're just gonna get everyone down to half HP. Like it's.
They do have 3 sweepers, though. And with just a little bit less than a minute onto the spawn of the Elder Dragon, the wave states for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta are in a much better spot than for the side of the Cappuccinos. But, you know, they're just parked in this river, though. They don't have to go anywhere. The gold lead, the towers are completely fine. So Dorado Gaming Delta is just going to use their massive tank of Zol just to walk in. He's going to face check this Tribar chip as the chains of corruptions come out onto the Cho'Gath, but nothing's going to come of it. That's just an ulti down for nothing. But the poke now going to come out with Dragon approaching the moment of truth, the crucible that Dorado Gaming Delta will have to go through. Zola's gonna back and look for potential TP back into the fight. What are they
He has
doing? The
a
dragon is in less than 10 seconds. They have to
He
be in
has a
position
flank.
for this.
He has a flank TP, as you can see. Let's see
No,
if he
dude.
goes for it.
But we do see Nuffy's trying to sneak around the back.
I didn't even realize. Okay.
Oh, the massive Oriana shotgun 1-2 as the set flashes forward with the E
Oh my goodness.
and taking the ulti back in and just running down the Varus. The Diana looking to find whatever damage she can as Teemo's flashing forward to do nothing. Oh my goodness. And it is a fight win for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta. And the gold lead is now down to 6k and an Elder Dragon secured as two people are just chasing down the Oriana. She's just trying to live, man. Let her be. Let her go in peace, set. She's just going to cut you out, I think, as well. So I don't know if you actually catch her. Oh, he's trying, though. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, just a
Oh,
W
he
would
wants
kill.
it.
A
Yeah,
W
but-
would kill.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Nuffy's is gonna get kited out here
And
by the Oriana. And is potentially gonna die as well. If he's not able to walk out.
Has shifted. Dog D is in control of this game with this Elder buff. They really brought this game back. This is a treat to watch.
This is a banger of a game 1 today. I mean, it's game 2 for them, game 1 for us, but it's a banger nonetheless.
Hopefully, Caitlyn can now finish boots. Maybe, just potentially.
Please, I'm watching. I'm watching right now. She's
watching.
recalling right now. Recalling, almost there. All right, recalling. She's gonna buy a Zeal or finish her item. Zeal, Sork boots.
Okay, merchant.
Okay,
It's better than nothing. I will take it. I will take it.
Yeah, right. As the Caitlyn is gonna finally purchase her tier 2 boots at 32 minutes into the game. You know,
Okay,
just
so-
she thought about the Sork boots. I don't know if Caitlyn has any AP damage in her kit at all, but you know, it could have been funny.
Like I mentioned earlier, this blue team of the Cappuccinos, they're overloaded with AP. This is just a matter of composition diff. We see 5 Mercury Treads being built from the side of Dorado Gaming Delta because they know that all their damage is AP. I mean, Varus gives a bit, but like most of the damage is coming from this Oriana and this Diana. The Varus is just poking. Like it's. The itemization from Dorado Gaming Delta has just been perfect.
But now that we've approached late game, where we are officially in late game, everyone is on, you know, four or 5 items at this point as the Chains of Corruption landing onto the set. Nuffy's trying to find whatever he can. You know, again, no flash on that set makes it difficult to engage on these fights late game. But no, how do you as, you know, the Cappuccinos even have a hope of coming back into this game? You have, you know, I would say you trolled your lead. You had the ability to end multiple times, but instead you decided to play solo queue and just take every fight available and overgreed for things.
Yeah, the side of Cappuccinos are really going to be regretting that one Baron they had where they tried to end instead of getting those multiple inhibs. But, I mean, it's over for them. It's Dog D's time to shine, and the Cappuccinos have to look for a way to come back into this because they're just going to plow through these top lane turrets.
I mean, I'm just trying to think about, you know, you say they have to try and come back into this, but like, my only thought is how. You know, the gold lead it was 10k.
It has to
and
be a pick.
It has to be a pick, but you know,
My friend New North has been doing it all game. He has to do it again.
True, he has. And Caitlyn is deciding she wants to frontline right now. But I mean, an Oriana ball could be really good as well. As Teemo's walking forward, a Hook looking to go onto the Gwen, but she has the Shrouded Mist to be able to walk out. Now, remember, these Teemo shrooms are not going to be doing a whole lot of damage because the Teemo decided to go for an on-hit build this game.
Yeah.
And more of a bruiser style. So the poke damage and the chunking and the, you know, the little terrors that are these Teemo shrooms around the jungle, you don't have to be scared of them from the side of Dorado Gaming Delta.
Well, I mean, they scale with AP, and he has 3 AP items. So, I mean, it's...
Granted, but they don't burn the same as the enemies.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna...
Like,
I mean,
look
they
at
really
that.
need Tuscan
Did
to
nothing.
get another 4-man ult here. Yeah, it really doesn't.
No, I didn't think about it, but I really don't know what's going on with this macro right here. I know, I guess Caitlyn doesn't have a rapid fire cannon, so getting any damage onto these turrets is kind of difficult because the waves are getting insta-cleared by the Oriana QW and the Varus Q.
I mean, personally, I think like a stopwatch or GA for Caitlyn is just a nice insurance, you know? Because they do have a lot of burst on the side of Oriana, Diana, and like, that's a really disgusting combination, but...
Stopwatch doesn't give you any damage, though. So,
True! You're right.
And for someone who didn't build boots for 32 minutes, boots don't give damage. The boots they were going to get this game don't build damage.
Wait. I think you're onto something. But
Right?
Zeal also doesn't do damage, so I mean,
Well,
you're
true.
kind
Well, it gives you a
wait,
crit chance. It gives you a crit chance.
you're right. Oh my!
It
I
has
think
the
you're on-
potential for damage. No, but that with that said, I mean, it's kind of interesting because I think Dorado Gaming Delta kind of trolled their Baron as well. They were trying to commit, four to a single lane. They're trying to just ARAM it, or, I mean, it's not ARAM. It's a rat, all random, all top. But no, because they were all top and just trying to break down that turret for whatever reason. I imagine because they wanted, the top inhib down for the spawn of this next Infernal, or this next Elder Dragon in a minute now. But
Yeah.
they didn't use their split pushing properly at all. Emperor Goat on the Gwen is really strong in a side lane as well as Nuffy's on this set. So if you can look to move around the members of Cappuccino's to a side lane where it's not both the Orianna and the Varus being able to clear a wave, you should be able to get damage onto a tower with Caitlyn.
Yeah, I mean, we have to just mention that a 10k gold lead has been reduced to 1k, and we're at an even playing ground here, except not really even because I think Dorado Gaming Delta has a better composition. But like, we just have to see, like, can the Cappuccinos get a pick before this Elder fight starts? Can Orianna pull off another 5-man ulti? Like, these are all questions that we're going to find the answer to in the next 20 to 30 seconds when this Elder spawns.
I mean, the Cappuccinos have to find the Caitlyn. They have to find her with either, an Orianna Shockwave, a crazy Diana ultimate, or, a chain of corruptions from the Varus. But with all those bodies in the way, it's almost impossible to single out the Caitlyn, who now, as I say that, was, holy moly, that crit damage coming out from the Caitlyn. As, the Teemo without TP is just going to get chunked out and it's have to back. It's just a free Elder Dragon for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta.
I mean, you never know. It's a 50-50. Like, Diana could steal it here. We have to keep our eyes peeled and see what happens here. The trap's coming through.
Nautilus is looking for a potential
They're
flank
bursting
here.
it down. They're bursting. The Diana flash.
Diana flashing forward, gets the steal to the Elder Dragon! As everyone is flashing in for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta, but they're cutting out. No damage. As the kill onto Zol comes out, Teemo looking to go forward with all the attack speed in the world. But just a 1-for-1 as the Diana is able to take the steal on the Elder Dragon.
Once again.
Over the flash forward from the side of the Thresh. Teemo being forced to pull out the stopwatch. The
The
hook coming in from New North yet again onto the set. Oh, but it doesn't matter.
The Gwen.
No, the Gwen is trying to find the Varus, but with enough teammates there, the Varus will be able to just walk out scot-free. Now, that was a game winner right there. We have just stalled out the game for I think another 5 or 6 minutes with that Elder Dragon not going over to the side of Dorado Gaming, because
this game's gonna hit 50 minutes at this rate. Like, let's be honest.
This is about to be the longest cast on this Twitch stream so far. But
when you told me to get water earlier, I didn't get it. I'm kind of regretting it. Oh,
yeah, I
my.
told you. Oh, you never listen. Never listen.
Of course. But, oh my god.
I mean, everyone's approaching full build. The Orianna has 18 stacks on her Medjais. That is massive, as well as a Death Cap and the Void Staff. She is going to be hitting like a truck, even into these frontline members who all have MR. She's going to do so much damage to them. And, I really love just looking down the side of, Dorado Gaming Delta and seeing all their boot choices being the exact same of those, those nice gray Merc Shreds. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone knows where the damage stats are.
I flamed this Caitlyn enough, but like I don't see the purpose of PD. I just think rapid fire is much better. But hey, you know what? She's making it work, so we're just gonna let it be at that. But oh god, as we see them approach for this inhib,
they do have Elder Dragon now for I think still another minute or for still like about another 30 seconds to a minute.
This is a free inhib.
But the Thresh and the Caitlyn are just on the side for whatever reason. They're just not in position. No one's in position here to defend this turret as they're just walking forward. They're going to knock it down. They're going to go for the end of the game. Orianna is autoing as the... Oh, it's a disaster! Oh, it's a disaster! Oh, no! Dorado Gaming Delta making it to the promised land of bringing the gold lead back to even, only to lose with just letting them walk in and break their structures down.
Cut the stream. Oh my lord!
It's got to be seen. It's got to be talked about. They have to learn. But, I mean, it was their game to win.
I
think no. It was their game to lose at that point.
So,
it was their game to lose. But
so this is. I mean, listen, win or lose, this game showed a lot of strength from Dorado Gaming Delta and also from the Cappuccinos. Just I don't really have any words. That's what they call the Dorado special there. Very impressive there from Dorado Gaming Delta, proving that they can. They already know how to do the Dorado special. It's just I don't have any words.
They have their namesake down.
They
They
have
are
they
really
have
done.
this is
But no, I that was a really entertaining game though. Someone has to keep track in the chat though, because I wanna be able to track the win rates of, picks that aren't standard. So like, the Timo from this game and the Zed from Friday's cast. The current record being 1-1. I won't say which is which, but we know which game the Timo was in. But no, with that said, I mean, this game was really entertaining. The Oriana shockwaves are crazy. The hooks from the Nautilus were insane. The counter engages from the sides of Nuffies and the kid with their engage tools were really like fun to watch.
I have to say, I just don't like the fact that Dorado Gaming Delta coin flipped that Elder. Like, Caitlyn did 70% of Timo's HP, and he had to back. He had no TP. They also did a significant chunk of on another person's, like, HP. Like, I just don't like the coin flip there. The coin flip really ended the game for them. I don't know what to say anymore, Septia. I'm just speechless.
All right. Well, with all of that said, we are going to take a quick break here on the stream until Dorado Gaming decides to get into the next game. Well, not decides to. When they get into the next game, I really hope they can reset their mentals, because I think this team is going to be really well. They have already won their first game today, so I think they only need to win one more to guarantee their spot. If they happen to lose this game, I'm not sure what happens. I don't know if it's a tiebreaker. I don't know if they have to play another one. I guess that would be the tiebreaker. But with that said, we will be back in a couple of minutes with the start of Game 3 for Dorado Gaming Delta.
Oh my god! Oh, you didn't mute me yet? Okay, okay. I mean, it's fine. They can hear me.
Turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number. Fueled by thunder, see the horizon. Turn us to thousands, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you. dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? What can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero? Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm
Welcome back, boys and girls, as we get into the final game for Dorado Gaming Delta versus GSU. This is a do or die game for Dorado Gaming Delta here, as if they win, they are accepted into the Risen pre-made dominant league. However, if they lose, they are out. I'm joined here with my friend Septi, as we did just experience a roller coaster of a game. Septi, how you feeling?
I'm feeling all right, and this draft is already off to a blazing start, as there was some craziness going on in the chat, but we do see some good bands coming in with the Lulu and the Zillion coming out from the side of Dorado Gaming Delta. With the first pick on the Xin answered quickly by the Nunu and the Galio. Now, a Nunu pick is something that I haven't seen in a really long time, at least in anything like semi-competitive.
Yeah, Nunu is definitely more of a solo queue pick, but I mean, we saw the team will come out last game. Now we're seeing Nunu. Maybe it's just new meta to just play a solo queue champion every game.
I mean, yeah, and Nunu Galio is, an interesting one too, because I feel like you would normally think of Galio as the Caitlyn gets locked in again. Please tell me this is not going to be a 32-minute boot Caitlyn again. I swear to God, if it is, I might just have to stop casting. Like, it's I've only been doing it for a short time, but like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, we see a lot of priority coming out from Caitlyn. Maybe it's Alex Trino's pocket pick. He's played it all 3 games today. He's going to be playing it all 3 games today, so I mean, hey, good on him for liking Caitlyn. I personally hate playing against one, so it's good that he plays it, I guess.
No, I mean, it's certainly interesting, but we do see a whole lot of engage tools coming out from the side of GSU this game. With the Rel stacked on top of the Galio and the Nunu. Rel most likely being the engage, medium for this Galio moving forward. But it's really interesting because they're living up all of their carries for the second stage of draft, which I don't know what picks you could have. The Kaisa, a really good ban. It has to be Draven coming out for the side of GSU.
Draven.
Now, luckily, I have a Draven one trick here, or formerly Draven one trick.
It's still a Draven one trick. Once a Draven one trick, always a Draven one trick. I am so happy to see this pick. I love Draven. I will pick it every game. My team won't let me, but hey, Draven's great.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as we now see the Trundle hover for the side of Delta. Now, I really don't know how much Zol plays Trundle, but as we see this pick does come out, with targets onto the Nunu, the Galio, and the Rel, it's going to be really good for his ultis moving forward into these big fights, being just a massive front line for the Draven to have to deal with.
I will say one thing. Draven into poke is dreadful to play. Like, it's so hard to play. And Caitlyn is notably one of Draven's worst matchups. So, it's very interesting that he picks Draven into a Caitlyn Morgana lane. I would have preferred like a Varus or something, something that can farm from afar. But, I think this just means that they're going to put attention into their bot lane, like with the Draven and the Rel, you really want to accelerate the Draven ahead. So we can expect that Nunu to pay a couple of visits down there.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand these 2 drafts now. We have, again, one side that's very standard, very strong like power picks in the meta with the Caitlyn, the Xin Zhao, and the Cassio. And another side that has decided to go with, something a little bit less standard, but, still potentially very threatening with this incredibly massive front line with, all these tanks that we have in front. But yeah, I feel like it doesn't work as well with the Draven because Draven, I guess Draven can go forward, but Draven, I feel, needs, a secondary carry because he can't 1v9 team fights in the same way that other 80 carries can.
I mean, I will say one thing, right? The Draven, if he does end up getting a kill, like, he is going to be able to blast open this game open. But also, I want to mention one more thing. Cassiopeia into Galio is an extremely oppressive matchup on the side of Dorado Gaming Delta into GSU. I honestly would say that Delta has 3 good matchups here. I mean, Trundle into Urgot will eventually become good for the Trundle when the Urgot builds a little bit more tank, but Cassiopeia does pretty well into Galio, and Caitlyn Mort does really good into Draven, so now it's just not exciting here. I just think it's a draft if, again, on the side of Dorado Gaming Delta.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Morgana black shields a Urgot ulted target, Is he allowed to, he cannot pull them back, right? Even if they're below the threshold?
Yes, you cannot pull them back. So it is
Okay.
quite of a capture, which is
Yeah,
why I think it's interesting that he picked Durga. But
But yeah, no,
to
moving forward, I mean, yeah, to come off your point here, the lane states coming out from the side of Dorado Gaming Delta are going to be very favorable for the Xin Zhao to be able to walk into the Nunu's jungle and really fight him whenever he wants. Caitlyn Morgana going to have, constant push onto the Draven Rel lane. But it's a scale that has to be balanced well. Because as everyone knows, Poke is countered by hard engage, with the Rel has no shortage of.
oh yeah.
And with the follow-up, the Draven could easily be able to, 3-tap, 4-tap a Morgana or a Caitlyn.
Doesn't Poke counter? Wait.
No, it's the other way around.
Wait.
Heavy engage counters Poke. Poke counters, I want to say standard. Yeah, Poke counters like...
No, heavy engage counters sustain. Poke counters heavy engage, and sustain counters poke. Okay, well, you know what? Forget it. Let's get into the
Whatever.
game, right?
Caitlyn and Morgana are very squishy, and Rel and Draven can mess them up if they get on top of them.
For sure. I mean, also we see that on the side of GSU that they have limited to no AP damage. Galio isn't really a reliable AP damage threat, so I mean it's really AD overloaded here with Durgot and the Draven, and I mean we'll see what they can do here.
Yeah.
The Nunu pick.
As the teams are going to start loading up into game right now as the loadout screen is finishing, but we are going to have to wait 3 minutes here. But just want to get a couple insights, want to pick your brain a little bit before we get into this game. How do you imagine, the win cons for these games are going to be for each team? Because when I see Caitlyn Morgana, I see play through bot lane, I see play to shut down the Draven Rel and just crack as many turrets as possible, similarly to last game.
I mean, I actually think the win con is actually quite simple for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta. They don't have to do anything. They can just go even in all of their lanes, although it's really hard to. Caitlyn Morgana should smash Draven Rel, and Cassiopeia should smash Galio. Like, if they just go even, I just feel like their comp is more well-rounded, because they have picks like Nunu on the side of GSU that just don't scale well. And, like, it just feels a little bit awkward for them to play the game later as it goes on. So, I mean, if Dorado Gaming Delta just wanted to go even in every lane, like they'll eventually be able to just outscale and do more DPS. What would your take be on it? Do you agree with me, or?
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree that as long as these games go, if this game just goes even, Dorado Gaming is ahead. But if the side of GSU is able to get some early kills onto this Draven, onto this Urgot, it poses a potential threat later on down the line, where if you aren't able to set up your fights correctly as the side of Delta, you potentially put yourself in a place to get collapsed upon and, not be able to output any damage. But so, yeah, with that said, I'm going to move into our predictions for this game. Again, I want to predict Dorado Gaming Delta again. After that last game, sure, they had a little bit of a couple hiccups early on in the game, but they were able to, bring it back with the strong team play and strong team fighting. Similar to this game, they have very strong comps to be able to play around and, create space and be able to get, put themselves in winning positions.
Yeah, I agree with you. If you look at the comps, I just think Dorado Gaming Delta has a much better comp. We have to keep in mind their mentalities because they just played an extremely tilting game. It's going to be fun to see if they can bounce back from that game. Because people will, Nuffy's is known for having a
rock solid mental.
Rock solid mental, as we can say. So we're going to see if he can really pull through here and get his team to qualify for the Risen Dominate League as we get into the final game. I predict to Gaming Delta as well.
As we do get into this final game, we will take a short break to get some water for this exciting game to cast. Just as a reminder, again, do or die moment for Dorado Gaming Delta. They have to bring it all and leave it all on the Rift this game. But with all of this said, we will be right back in a couple of seconds.
Keeps burning. We're
Welcome back, everyone, to Dorado Gaming Esports coverage of our Dorado Gaming Delta's run at the Risen Dominate. I believe it's Risen Dominate pre-made. They are in a current do-or-die situation here, as they are moving into the level 1 of their Game 3 versus GSU Esports. I don't know their full name, I just know GSU. I appreciate Tiny Ralph for letting me know. Nothing really flows off the tongue there, though. But yeah, so I am solo casting it for a bit. My co-caster Money has decided to disappear somewhere, and I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer. But as we do get into this game, we see that there is an invade onto the, or a 5-man onto the bot side river for the side of GSU, and an early ward placed onto the chickens for Emperor Goat. And as this happens, we are going to see them eventually spread into a basic 5-man fan, as Nuffy's is denying Danger Man 23 from being able to walk into his top side here. But just talking about these comps right here, I really think that everything is pretty standard here in terms of runes and masteries. The only thing of note is that the Galio has decided to take Comet instead of, I think, the pretty standard, either Predator or Aftershock. But with all that said, we are going to see the junglers starting on the same side of the map. A blue side start for the Xin, and a red side start for the Xin, and a blue side for the Nunu. So they will be ending on that top side Scuttle Crab for potential fight. One that could see, the Xin Zhao being potentially left empty-handed, as Urgot is a range into melee champion this lane, and will be able to have the first move onto the Crab, as Smite comes out level 1 for the Nunu onto the blue buff, which is kind of interesting, because I don't know if that means he's trying to go for a very early level 2, or a very early gank onto someone with the early snowball. Pretty standard, though, this game so far. As we do see some heavy trading in the mid lane as Numpy sits level 2 first. The Galio going in, but you can't really do that with Comet on Galio. He's just going to take a beating on the way out. Nunu did take the snowball level 2 as he is clearing his jungle. So he has the potential to go for a gank anywhere he wants to right now. But looking at the pace of the game, we do see that there's a big trade happening onto the bot side. Caitlyn going forward as the Draven is left with 1 HP as he has to flash and heal out of there. The trap and the binding lands onto the Rel as Caitlyn is potentially going to get first blood here. She's going to... Well, nothing happens, but Nunu is going to be looking onto the bot side with the snowball right here.
With the time that you're at?
I am currently at 250, and you are alive now. As Caitlyn does get the first blood onto the Draven, and Nunu comes in with a massive snowball onto 2. Looking for the snare to the Caitlyn. Rel trying to go for the stun, but misses. Caitlyn flashing forward and getting the trade back kill onto the Rel. As we do see Galio now going onto the Cassio, getting an ignite down. Nuffy's 1 HP. Galio getting the solo kill onto the Cassio. As Nunu also gets the solo kill onto the Caitlyn. And the flash forward from the Xin Zhao onto... Oh my goodness. So much fighting already. It is 6 kills at 3 minutes. We are 2 kills a minute right now. Holy moly.
I am convinced that I create a bloodbath, because every time I come, I just swear, the second I come back, there's 6 kills. It's just amazing.
They see you and their eyes go red.
They just go red. I mean, but anyway, let's just talk about what happened so far. Caitlyn getting 2 kills down into the bot lane. That's going to be a huge edge over the Draven. Galio solo killing Cassiopeia? That is just surprising. That matchup is extremely impressive for Cassiopeia, and seeing Galio coming out there with the Ignite, I just realized that.
It's Ignite and Comet on the Galio.
That's extremely ballsy for such a bad matchup, but I mean, it worked.
It worked as the Nunu is coming in with the snowball behind. No flashes on the Caitlyn here, but the black shield coming out from the Morgana. Will Nunu be able to pop the shield in time? No, but the Draven is going to be able to pick up and cash in on his very few stacks, but stacks nonetheless. But Rel going back in with the re-engage, landing the Aftershock and the stun. Draven going forward with the axes, getting nothing but a short trade onto the Morgana. What a crazy game so far here. Nunu all over the place. Xin Zhao looking to trade back onto the red buff finally, though. The Nunu spending all of his time bot side, never even going for his own first spawn of red.
So a couple things to note there. Number 1, excellent for Draven. He goes ahead and buys his serrated dirk. This lane has quickly shifted back. That cash out for Draven was huge. If he didn't cash out there, he could have just been snowballed really hard by the Caitlyn.
Hangs onto the top side as Emperor Goat could be caught here with no flash. Urgot going forward and missing the E, but Zola is taking such a massive beating from the wave here. Galio again, no Aftershock, but is going to look to potentially take this kill into Emperor Goat as the ankles are broken on the side of the Galio. Now, Zola missing the cannon. I'm sad. But
Really impressive by Goat there. Nice W away to get away from the Galio taunt. But, oh my goodness.
just a brief trade happening on the bot side as Nunu is going to be taking this dragon here. Oh, TP coming in from Zol. Urgot does have no flash as well. Hello. Wait, there we go. Urgot has no flash, but he could also kill Zol. Zol TP'd in with less than half HP. Oh, the Urgot almost getting the kill onto Zol. Oh my goodness, that was my heart was stopping.
If that ultimate connected, just think about it.
I don't think he kills the Urgot there because there is the cast time of pulling him back. But either way, it's incorrect. That's really scary. That's lane losing right there if that goes wrong. Wait, but also, what happened? Wasn't the Nunu on the dragon?
I am confused. I did not catch what happened. The Nunu did not take the dragon. We saw
really
that the Sin and the Trundle were top. Not taking dragon, there's interesting. Oh, the Rebel goes in.
Lil Hex flashing forward, Morgana landing the bind, Draven being able to just walk in with all the axes, but takes too many turret shots, and the Caitlyn's going to be able to get the counter kill. Caitlyn walking forward, but Rel is too slow being off of her mount, but the Caitlyn will not be able to catch up because the Rel is too fast.
A little bit of a messed up there by Draven.
Draven is taking, a little bit too step forward with a little bit too far into the turret range there.
We all been there. A really important mechanic on Draven is your ability to control which axis to catch and not. And it's obviously really depressing to just let go of an axe, but him catching that axe really nailed him in the face as he got hit with 2 turret shots.
Now, I want to pick your brain again, because the Draven has decided to go Conqueror this game into what I think is a relatively squishy lineup. What would you think his reasoning this game would be as opposed to going something like Halo Blades or Press the Attack?
Right, so it's interesting that he's going Conqueror here. That makes me feel like they want to go for these long, extended team fights where he'll be able to proc the Conqueror and really be able to use that additional adaptive force that you get from it. But personally, I don't think it's the right move here. Just like you said, it's a really squishy team, and Alex Carino and the kid are gonna look to poke you out, and it's gonna be really tough to have long trades when Caitlyn and Morgana really just want short trades, especially in lane. I'm more of a fan of a Halo Blades. Oh,
Nunu is potentially going for the dragon here as well, but some trading happening on the bot side. But Caitlyn is going to be able to pick up this massive wave though, and just she is down in CS, but this wave should catch her up in a bit. But just looking at the gold difference right now, it is about an 800 gold lead for the side of Dorado Gaming Delta, and all of that gold more or less on the side of the Trundle there. Or actually a big lead on the Trundle, 500 over the Urgot.
I see the Vampire Acceptor again, and I'm just not a fan. He's gonna go Shield Bow again. I think this is a really nice Gale Force or Kraken game, but
I mean, I can understand it a little bit. As the binding lands from the Morgana, as Draven is just gonna fall down here, but flashes out instead. Caitlyn not being able to get the trap down fast enough, and Draven skirts out with just a little bit of HP.
Impressive binding there. That really shifts the tempo on the lane. Caitlyn now has full control over this wave and what she wants to do with it. It looks like they're going to hard crash this in, take a really nice convenient reset, maybe get a third plate at it. And, I mean, the lane goes on. The Caitlyn Morgana are doing what they are supposed to. I would personally like a bigger CS lead to warrant the Caitlyn pick. But like I said earlier...
And we see the Nunu coming in here with the snowball, but Trundle just being able to deny him with the pillar real quick. Really well played by Zol.
Yeah. But like I said earlier, Dorado Gaming Delta, they just need to go even to win. And that's what's happening. Oh!
But Nuffy's trading onto the Galio here. Again, the Galio, no Aftershock, is just going to get blown up by Nuffy's here with the Casio.
Miasma. Very nice Miasma there by Nuffy's. Oh,
with the snowball coming in for the Nunu. How well can Nuffy's play this? Is the Nunu does have flash and is going to be able to flash forward, get the root and the ulti potential. But Zol coming in to save Nuffy's life with the pillar. So much. Oh, but the Draven ulti coming in and the cash out from 1v9, 1v9, 1v9. Holy moly, what a great chain of events there.
155 extra gold on that cash out. Let us go. I can only not be excited when I see a Draven cash out, as that is my boy.
Oh, but I'm so confused because it looks like he's going for a clip with Conqueror. As the flash forward from the Rel, the ulti whiffing, but Colt getting caught out there. The Draven getting another kill onto the Morgana. But Rel looking for a trade back onto the Caitlyn as well, but nothing to come of it.
So Eclipse is actually a common build on Draven now. You can actually build it. I'm not a fan. I think shield bow is the
Caitlyn
better.
ulting onto the Draven, but nothing happening.
Nothing happens. I think it's on the realm of the Draven, but
Oh,
yeah.
it wasn't. Well, you're right.
But yeah, I mean, oh, Nunu. Nah, but yeah, I mean, the builds are really confusing, but we're just gonna let it slide as these guys may know something I don't, although I doubt it. But Eclipse is gonna be interesting. They're gonna be lacking. They're gonna have a more burst and lacking a bit of DPS on the side of their AD carry, which I don't know where they're gonna get that DPS from. Maybe Urgot, probably not Galio, but
The binding lands onto the Draven. Caitlyn looking for the trap here. Morgana just getting burned down by the Draven. Stopwatch comes out as Alex Carino is able to pick up the kill. They're going to try and chase down the Rel here, though. Nunu coming down from the river. Caitlyn flashing forward onto the Rel. Rel just taking no damage because of her passive on the W. TP coming in on the Urgot. Getting canceled by the Trundle Pillow, though. As a fight happening in the top side as well. As the Urgot is just going to get taken down for a greedy TP. But ulting in from the Galio here as a trade potentially happening onto the bot side. Nunu picking up a kill, but Cassio TPing in to follow. The ulti not landing onto the Galio. Galio flashing out, but Nuffy's just going to be able to pick up this kill as he burns down.
Dorado Gaming Delta are not going down without a fight. They're going to get into. They want to get into Risen, the dominant league, and they're showing why they can, and they can hang with these guys because they're performing really well right now.
They are indeed, and looking at who's performing really well, I see a 50 CS lead in the mid lane. Holy, I mean the matchup is bad, but
almost 60 and
holy, Nuffy's doing so much damage to the Draven there as Rel goes forward with the ulti. Not much to come of it though, as Nuffy's might be able to just kite it out here. Draven ulti coming down, not being able to pick up the kill. Nuffy's looking to kite out with the Q movement speed. Rel going forward and is not going to be able to find the kill, and in fact just steps a little bit too far forward. And the Caitlyn ulti coming out, taking the kill down on the Draven as well. What great kite out from Nuffy's here. What just fantastic play from him today.
Yeah, Nuffy's obviously showing his power here with the Cassiopeia pick, who recently got buffed this last patch. Got an increase of 10 damage on that E. Oh, and we see the mid lane skirmish here with the Xin Zhao coming in.
Xin Zhao coming in, taking a very massive trade before the fight even starts. Galio being able to say, absolutely not, I'm going to take half your health and then walk away.
Listen, I don't know if Risen has a knack for bloody games, but this game has far surpassed the kill per minute mark. And it's almost 2 minutes, 2 kills per minute, just like the last game was. So, I mean, we're going to have a lot more action coming in. This dragon's about to come up soon. We see the bot lane having prio here, maybe looking for the dragon. But
I mean, Caitlyn and Morgana, it looks like they're trying to bush cheese here.
They are.
They are. Morgana looking for a very hopeful ulti here, or very hopeful binding.
It was close. Not really, but because the minion was in the way. But I mean, we can give him credit for the attempt. Obviously,
the look was good. The look was good. The execution could have used a little bit of work. As holy moly, the Cassio damage is insane. As Trundle's TPing down to fight the bot lane with the pillar landing. Draven does have flash though.
The black shield coming.
Black shield looking to come out, but it could be a lot of damage as Caitlyn does land the trap onto the Rel. The Nunu looking for the snowball onto mid, but he's not going to get anything out of it, and he might lose his life as well. Yeah, he will. And they lose first tower, they lose the Nunu's life as well, and Caitlyn Morgana are going to be able to take this tower too. Everything's coming up Dorado right here. As Cassio walks into a potentially risky spot. As holy moly, the QE damage is ridiculous.
It is disgusting. He is feeling those buffs. He wants more. He is just taking everything he can, stealing away that blue buff, taking that first spot lane turret of the game. Obviously, Cassio can potentially look for a dive here on that Draven.
And the emote before he even goes for it. How BM.
And the bind hits. Goodbye, my friend.
Nuffy's is going to die to the tower, though.
That is a Nuffy's-like play, so I'm not surprised. But wow. That was still very impressive.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like that looked like a conscious choice as the Nunu is snowballing in. And Alex walks into it, but is going to be able to kite around his trap here as Nunu just walks into it, eating like a lot of his health. But remember, Galio has no aftershock here. He's going to walk forward. And if he starts taking damage, he's just going to pop like a balloon. Caitlyn walking forward, getting enough damage down the shield bow procs. Caitlyn looking for enough damage. The binding landing from the Morgana. Caitlyn being able to kite out. Rel coming in with the crash down. Caitlyn just trying to walk out. The stun landing and killing the Caitlyn as well. Nunu healing off the minions. The snowball coming in. Morgana will just be able to walk out with the spell shield. As Zola's going to die in the top lane. 1v1.
My
Morgana
goodness.
trying to walk it out here. The root landing for the Nunu as the crash down comes down and finishes off the Morgana.
Why did Morgana not just leave there? That was a little
I
confusing.
think she got slowed by
Maybe. Yeah.
something.
Oh
But,
wow,
I mean, what a bloodbath. We are at 30 kills at 15 minutes.
that is 2 kills per minute. If
That
I
is
do
exactly 2
remember
kills per minute.
But wow, wow.
That is ridiculous. I mean, there is a 6K gold lead for the side of Dorado Gaming, though. And, you know, the ulti coming in, the snowball coming in, can Nuffies outplay this? The miasma, the ulti landing onto 2. Can Cassio come out of this? She has a lot of damage and healing coming out, but it will not be enough as the Nunu ulti is able to take her down.
That is terrible. You don't want that gold on Nunu. You really need that gold on Draven. Because he is going to be your DPS, no matter him going Eclipse. But, like, that's just unfortunate. I mean, obviously getting the kill is a positive, but you really wanted that one on Draven.
Alright, well, let me just say that that is unfortunate that Nunu gets the kill, but, you know, Nunu with gold is able to do a lot as well. But someone needs to check this Galio's recent search history and see if he's gone to Mobile Fire at all recently, because I have never seen this Galio build before in my life. Maybe first when Galio was reworked, but never since then. You know, Comet and Luden's Echo.
I guess that's your AP damage. I mean,
Yeah, that's...
Zoel was in a scuffle here with the top laner. Earlier got solo killed by him, but it looks like he's winning the trades and now blowing his flash there. That may look for a dive
Xin Zhao
here.
looking to keep him under the turret. But remember, Urgot does have ulti here. The Kaylin ulti coming in. Everyone's here for the party.
And the bind connects.
Really well played. Really good juggling of aggro. And honestly, just well played overall from Dorado Gaming. But yeah, no, I mean, we're seeing the map movements coming out. It's looking definitely, I'm not going to say cleaner, but it's looking a little bit more, you know, orchestrated.
Still a bit sloppy,
it's
but
still a fiesta, but
we'll take the kills, you know, being up.
Just snowballing in, but Snowball's right over a trap. The Morgana binding goes wide, but Rel goes in with a massive crash down. And the Galio ulti coming in, landing only onto the 1. Draven running forward, trying to get as much damage down. As Zola just running for the hill. But everyone's just running away. Nuffy's TP'd in by himself, though.
The Rel...
Can he kite out? Cassio kiting out with the Q's and E's. Draven trying to get as much damage down as possible. He wants this kill. He wants the kill. Cassio being able to walk away, though. Emperor Go coming back. They get the kill onto 1. Can he 1v2 here? He cannot, unfortunately.
I don't think Go wins this. Oh my goodness, that is a huge pocket of change that the Urgot is able to pick up here. This game has shifted back. We're in for another treat here, Septi. This game is going to go back and forth. There's throws left and right. We just saw Dorado Gaming Delta throwing a huge fight. Rel coming in there with a 3-man ultimate. Very impressive there.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know how many more treats my body can withstand. There's so much happening.
Get diabetes at this point, man. We're just getting too many, man.
Too many treats. But Nuffy's is trying his best. I mean, there still is a 6K gold lead, but if you've been watching these fights, you would not know that. You know, I can't tell if it's misplays. I can't tell if it's mispositioning or target calling. But something is very not right here. As the Galio with no resistance decides to walk forward, and it's just gonna get one shot by the Kaylin who flashes the Mastery 4.
Yeah. Talking about that team fight, we saw that he didn't focus the Draven, and Draven was just able to.
Well, hold on. Why is Cassio going to topside when they're potentially fighting this 5v4?
No TP on the Cassio. They can
GSU going in. Morgana just getting one shot by the Urgot. Urgot going in, taking a lot of damage here. The ulti pops from the crash down as well. The Nunu ulti going to be huge. Rel trying to stall as much time. Urgot ulti coming down. The binding landing onto the Rel. They're just trying to kite out. Draven flashes forward for the kill.
Draven.
And it's gonna be a positive. It's gonna be a positive trade for the side of GSU. They take two. They get 2 kills down in a player down fight. What is happening?
Nuffy's going top lane there is the most greedy play I have seen this game. Not coming to assist your team on Dragon has costed them a really heavy loss.
They did get the Dragon though, so they have saved themselves from soul point for the time being. Urgot could potentially be caught here, though. He does have his team behind him.
Okay. So, let's take a look at the gold here. We see that Cassio has almost 11,000 gold. He's up almost 5,000 gold.
He has
over his
the
counterpart.
Entire gold lead in his pocket.
He is the entire gold lead. So when you choose to fight without Cassio a 4v5,
You are
it's
fighting
down
on
to
even
the
terms. You are fighting on even terms.
Not even. It may be losing at that point. It's
True.
just the Draven is getting huge now. I don't agree with this build, but hey, I like the collector. I'm hoping he's building that Sheen into an Essence Reaver, but I don't know. This guy has never not failed to impress me with this build yet. So we'll see what it goes into. But an Essence Reaver on that Draven is going to be disgusting, as he's going to be able to output more and more damage coming through.
I mean, and
But
again though, this Caitlyn build, while I think it's okay, she is in her mid-game void though. She has her 2 items. She has decided to not buy boots yet again, even though it's so imperative that she is attacking down these massive tanks with their Lord Dominic's regards as well as the crit damage.
so the issue
Going
with
forward
this
with the
game-
Righteous Glory though. Or
Righteous Glory?
Morgana, not Righteous Glory. Galio ulting in. Morgana zoning as Nuffies has to flash out. The E is coming out from the
Morgana's
Cassiopeia.
dead.
Cassiopeia getting one shot by the Galio. Never mind, the Zona's coming out. Emperor
The
goes
Zone?
stalling the backline. Kaylin just being able to free hit the whole fight. As another
Oh,
1v1 happening in the bot side. Zola's
wow.
gonna get taken down by Danger Man 25.
wow.
And another solo bolo for the Urgot. But, you know, on a more important note, Dorado Gaming had a very good winning fight onto the top side.
That was
you know, really well
extremely
played.
nice there.
Good zonias
Yeah.
from the Morgana to be able to get the engage and then, you know, bait it out and survive. Good stopwatch coming in from the Cassio, being able to, you know, survive this Galio engage, which, by the way, you know, while I think the Galio's build is really troll, he puts out a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, he definitely does. But I mean, you have to understand that they lack an AP source of damage, and I guess Galio has to make up for it. But the issue is, it's so hard to play lane with Galio, and we see that as he's flame horizoned already. This are like 20 minutes in the game, he's already
Oh,
flame
but
horizoned.
Nuffy's potentially caught out here. Urgot flashes forward. I don't know why he's flashing forward when the Cassio is already caught with no boost and no flash.
At the 700 gold shutdown going over to this Urgot, and potentially a Baron Nashor play here coming over from the side of GSU. Let's see what they do here.
Kaylin does have a good trap setup, though, or did have a good trap setup. The Nunu just looking to potentially snowball the Kaylin clearing out this vision here. Now I want to see them. Oh, they're gonna potentially look to start this
They
Baron
could
here.
they could draw out the Trundle TP here because Trundle is showing.
Whiffing. Trundle is bottom with. He does have TP though.
He does have
Nuffies,
TP.
Nuffies, and Zol have TP. So this fight, if it goes poorly, could spell disaster for the side of GSU. Oh, they are trapped into the pit.
They're burning. They're burning.
They are trapped. Morgana land the binding onto the Urgot. Urgot not able to play the game. Nuno getting denied. The Draven trying to fight through instead of trying out. Oh my goodness, it is a disaster for GSU. They had such a good positioning for this Baron, and instead, Dorado Gaming is going to take an ace and the Baron, and potentially look to set themselves up to finish the game.
Is this game? Is this game here?
Is this game? It could very well be game, but I see GG's in the chat, but it seems a little bit easy. I don't know if it's just
with the BM.
I don't know if it's just BM though, yeah. His death timers are very short. The Rel up in 2 seconds and the Nunu up in 10.
For sure, but knowing Nuffies, that's definitely a BM statement there. He's not saying GG for no reason. As we recall earlier, there was a little bit of a scuffle between these two teams in the chat pre-room that we were able to enjoy upon whether Pro Draft was being able to be played or not.
It was quite entertaining. But they are sitting on a whole lot of gold, so this fight could go potentially very poorly. But also, it could just end the game here if GSU decides to take a bad fight. The Comet Galio getting one shot by the side of Dorado Gaming as Emperor Goat flashes forward with no ulti up quite yet. The binding landing onto the Urgot as he just is able to dash out. It's going to be at least 2 inhibitors, if not the game here.
You know, I'm not going to say anything.
Ulti from Nuffies, just getting this launch to the Draven.
I can't say the game's over until it's over because we saw what happened last game, but let's see what goes on here.
Urgot is taking a massive wave, though. Rel looking forward with a massive crash down. Draven landing an ulti onto 3. Urgot being able to take the freest kill onto the Xin Zhao. And it's going to be a potential wipe. Nuffies being able to walk away. The Draven full HP flashing forward onto the... Oh, no. It's going to be a potential... Draven with a potential triple kill as Morgana does miss the binding there. But a massive stream of gold onto the Draven there.
And this is why you can never count the team that plays a Dorado team out. Because Dorado Special exists. And you have to take that into account every single game. This is quite a bit of a throw of a gold lead. I think Dorado Gaming Delta still have the advantage. I think that fight was a fluke. But, I mean...
Oh, no, Zol, you're going to give them a dragon for free. Oh, never mind. He does enough damage. And he does ult. The Nunu and flashes forward. Nunu being able to just walk away with the face rush and the... He's trying to 1v1 here. Zol does not know that the rest of the team of GSU is coming. His pillar should be coming up soon. But it will not be up fast enough as Zol's going to get taken down by the Draven and potentially Another shutdown? Yes, another shutdown to the Draven.
So
Draven has so much gold.
They deny the dragon there, but is it worth it? It's just a Cloud Soul. That's an important question to ask. Giving that huge shutdown over the Draven, he's about to get Infinity Edge. He's gonna be bursting everyone down soon.
For the record, Draven has as much gold as his Cassiopeia now.
Oh yes, we 13k. This Draven is going to be the win con for this team. Only issue I see is because he went Eclipse, he's lacking that defensiveness of a shield bow or lacking that defensiveness of a Gale Force. So it's gonna be interesting.
And that seems to be the trend with GSU is that they opt in for the glass cannon builds as opposed to, being able to survive a little bit longer in these fights.
Yeah.
Prime example, the Galio and now the Draven with the Eclipse instead of anything like a shield bow or. Oh, the massive binding landing from the Morgana!
Hits.
What a well-played binding! What a well-placed binding from the Morgana there. As Nunu is potentially looking for this engage, I don't think it's a good idea. Urgot TPing in behind. As Urgot is on the backline here, Caitlyn walking forward, trying to find the damage onto the Urgot. Binding lanes again, not from the Morgana. As
the
Emperor
kid
goes forward, the kid smurfing in the last moments of these games.
He took a sip of his...
Nuffy's flashing forward and Q. He said, "I got this." As the W lands,
and
now they're just
even more hits, and another.
This should be the game for Dorado Gaming. With 3 kills, the Galio is spawning now though. The Draven could potentially have this hero moment here. Flash forward from the Xin Zhao. Draven getting knocked up. The W landing, and Draven is just gonna burn down. As Dorado Gaming Delta is able to finish the game potentially after killing this Galio and secure their spot in the Risen Dominate pre-made. This do or die game, they really showed up. It was very spicy. We had, 67 kills in 27 minutes. So more than double, really making us work today. But,
of course. I mean,
moly.
Take a look at this chat. Shiny Clock Block saying GG before the game's over. And then Zoel coming in with the BM saying draft lol is better in response to the pro draft drama that occurred before the game. But hey, give props to where props are due. Dorado Gaming Delta have secured a spot into the Risen Dominate pre-made league, and they did it. And they did it in dominating fashion. Nuffy's coming through, showing why that Cassiopeia pick is a force to be reckoned with, even though he got solo killed by Galio, which maybe I'll question him about later. Caitlyn damage was absolutely insane that game, though. We see this game was a slaughter.
All right. Now, I want to ask. I feel like we should. Does chat want to hear an interview today? Does chat want an interview? Because I'm more than willing to.
It seems like. Well, Jinsen.
I don't think they've heard it yet. So. Yeah. But they will in a second. But no, I think if I were to give an MVP at least of this game, I think it has to be on Nuffy's. Granted, that one dragon play where he went to go catch the top wave. It's kind of whatever, but the damage output was absolutely incredible, and like the kiting out as well was incredible. I think he just played the game really well today.
100% agree. Nuffy's indeed performed well that game as he joins the call, Mr. Alexander.
Oh my goodness, we are already ready for this.
Welcome into the casting booth. What a dominating game Dorado Gaming Delta has played here. Can you just talk a little bit about how you guys recovered that mental from that extremely sloppy game 2 and just reset into having such a dominating performance in game 3?
Well, we just acknowledged, all of us, that it was Jungle Diff game 2, and we moved on. The mentals reset right then and there. We just know that our jungler is gold 1 hard stuck, 800 games, so it's always going to be Jungle Diff. And then when we realized it was Jungle Diff, we kind of like laughed it off, like, yeah, it's going to happen. And we came in this game 3, and then they started talking about pro draft and like pro draft, so we knew they were going to be dookie, and we kind of just took it from there.
Exactly. So I just had a quick question to you. We saw earlier on that Galio was actually able to get the best of you in a 1-versus-1. Can you just explain to me what exactly happened in that little skirmish there?
Well, he definitely used his Giga Monkey R-word strength. How like stupid people have like this like really like pack a punch kind of like random. You can kite him out, but when they're all up in your face, they're kind of unloading punches on you. So when he came up to me and unloaded his punches, it was kind of over for me there. I conceded that one. He got the kill. Later on, I started using my brain, and my monitor turned on, and yeah, he wasn't a problem anymore.
I see. What did you guys think of the drafts in both of these games? We obviously didn't get a chance to check out game one, but there was a lot of solo queue picks coming out with Timo, Noon. Do you feel like these picks have potential in a Platinum League, or do you just do you feel like they don't really have that chance? I mean, we obviously saw you guys punishing that Nunu this last game because he wasn't able to do anything that entire game.
Well, okay. For Timo, yes, I do think it's a viable pick. I think in the game that he played against us, it was not viable, but realistically, it looked pretty fine.
Right.
Timo is an insanely good Gwen counter, and that guy has a Timo one trick. I mean, so everything kind of like fell into his like lap. Then our buddy Zoel got a counter pick. I told him that you are useless with counter pick. Please do not get counter pick anymore. So from now on, our adaptation is I get R5. No more random Chogats into Timos.
Right, for sure, for sure. Yeah, but I mean, besides from that, like, did you have any, like, when did you feel like in that last game? Because obviously, in both of these games, there was a lot of throwing going back and forth, back and forth. Did you ever feel like in that, in these last two games that your lead was kind of slipping, or did you always have that confidence that you guys were able to pull back? Because I mean, it was a slaughter out there. I mean, I'm sure you knew because every single minute there was two kills happening. Every single fight, it was just happening. It was crazy. I can't put it into words. Septi, help me out here. Yeah, but yeah. Well, what did you feel about the bloodbath games that occurred today? Is
I
that the
feel
style of games that Dorado Gaming Delta likes to play?
I feel most at home when it's chaotic.
Right, right. Of course.
It emulates my nature, like how I grew up in my life,
Right. Oh, okay.
chaos and everything.
All
So
style.
yeah, the more kills, the better for me personally. Um,
Mhm. Right.
yeah, I mean, game two, we definitely should have won.
Right.
That was a, like I said, it was a jungle gap. If we get
Right.
that elder, who knows?
Right.
Whatever. But yes, we are a bloody team for sure. We
Awesome. Good to
punish
hear.
illegal gameplay.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Seth, do you have any questions here to my friend here, Nuffies?
Not really. Honestly, great questions today. But Nuffies, do you have any shout-outs before we wrap up the stream here? Anything you want to mention? Any teammates you may or may not want to mention? Considering someone didn't mention their teammate on Friday, but
Yeah, I wonder who.
any shout-outs?
Yeah. Shouts out to Zoel, the kid, for subbing in for us today. Shouts out to Alex Carino for being probably the best AD carry I ever played with. And he's not even an AD carry main.
Wait,
Um,
can I interrupt you real quick? Because you
Yes.
did mention Alex Carino.
Yeah.
Did anyone press tab during these last two games and ask him where his boots were? Because that man didn't buy tier 2 boots until 32 minutes in that second game,
He
Yes.
may get
and
funguses on
bought
his...
and bought Swifties this game.
Yeah,
Well, okay. I'll explain. So what Alex Carino likes to do is he likes to collect shoes, right? So he's kind of a sneakerhead. So he hasn't collected the regular boots of speed until that game, and now in this game he collected the white ones.
Okay,
Realistically, he doesn't really think very often. He just sees shiny and picks shiny, kind of like Oh well.
Fair
he
enough.
sees them.
We'll continue with the shout outs. Shout outs to my jungler. He's dead weight, but it's okay. We love him. We'll carry him through. Shouts outs to the casters, you guys. Thank you so much. Shouts outs to my girlfriend for yelling at me for playing on Sunday. Let me think. There's more to this.
Shout out to Projeff, right?
Shout outs to Pro Draft for providing a really shitty system of drafting in League, and Draftflow should always be the recommended tool. Shout out to 1v9, 1v9, 1v9 for almost 1v9ing. Shout outs to. Okay. Oh, yeah. I had one more. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go
there's this like really terrible support player. Fuck, I can't remember his name. That's with a D.
Definitely.
It's currently, yeah, I think it's something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really know him anymore. I don't really fuck with no one named Deathly.
Oh,
But
Whoa!
to him, I
Language,
guess.
bro, language.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh my God, we're a family-friendly stream here.
My bad. Yeah. I don't really know who Deathly is, but his name came up a couple times recently. So yeah, shouts outs to him too. Hopefully he's okay wherever he is.
Let me also just say shout out to those guys, Yamato Faker Dopamine, for being.
Shouts out to Yamato Faker Dope.
Of course.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, thank you so much, Nuffies, for coming on the cast today.
And shout out to
last one.
Kibbles.
Shouts
out to
Kibbles.
Kibbles.
Gosh.
Round of
Interesting.
applause. I love that guy.
Right there.
Yeah, I'll give you a round of applause. I thought you two had a bit of
Bit of
heat
beef.
towards
Yeah.
each other.
Eve? No, I love Kibbles, honestly.
Wow.
All right.
He
well,
shouted me out last time he won. He won like in PRL and shouted me out. I won here. I'm and shout him out.
Okay.
All
Very
right.
impressive.
Fair
Oh,
enough. All right.
Congratulations.
Well. Yeah, congratulations on the ability to be able to actually play in Risen. It was a little bit close, but you guys made us think. So yeah. But with all of that said, we are gonna wrap up the stream here today. I got scrims later, so I gotta go take a break before that. But thank you everyone for tuning in today for our coverage of Dorado Gaming Delta's Risen debut. Sorry we missed the first game, but I didn't know I was casting this until game 1 started.
It was their mid laner was 0-3 at 3 minutes.
I saw Syndra. You got a lead.
Okay, well, just talk about this after. Hold on. Thank you everyone for stopping by today. Make sure to follow us on our socials on Twitter. I lied about Discord last time, but make sure to hit us up on Twitter. You'll keep up with everything Dorado. With that said, I hope everyone has a great day and great week, and we'll catch you guys on Friday with the next cast of our UJL Dorado Gaming Gamma team.
No, don't we cast Omega? I think.
When?
We'll see.
I don't know. I don't know the schedule. I don't get told anything. So we'll see you guys when we see you guys. So.
But Hoshi, please blame him. Okay, yeah. Anyway, end it.
But yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for the one sponsor we have, CFO Efron. Thanks to that guy for keeping the lights on. But yeah, with all that said, everyone have a fantastic day, and we'll see you around.